Welcome to Nightshifthorrorstories, the ultimate hub for all things terrifying. Here, we dive deep into creepy stories, spine-chilling mysteries, haunted places, and everything that'll keep you up at night. Whether it's real-life encounters or urban legends, if it's scary, we talk about it. Grab your popcorn, turn off the lights, and join me as we explore the dark side together. Don't forget to subscribe if you dare. There are places on this planet that remain a complete mystery. Places so secret, so dangerous, or so protected that no outsider has ever truly explored them. Some hide deep in the ocean, others in remote lands, and some in plain sight, yet completely inaccessible to the public. From islands full of danger to secret underground facilities, today I'm taking you on a journey to explore 10 places that humans are not allowed to visit. Before we begin, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss more mind-blowing content like this. Imagine a place so isolated, so untouched by time, that even modern civilization has never set foot there. A place where visitors are warned to stay away, because stepping too close could be dangerous. Deep in the Indian Ocean lies North Sentinel Island, one of the most restricted and mysterious places on Earth. But why is this island completely off-limits to the rest of the world? What secrets does it hold? And what happens if someone dares to approach? Today, we uncover the eerie truth behind this forbidden island. Before we dive in, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on more mind-blowing mysteries. North Sentinel Island is part of the Andaman and Nicobar Islands, located in the Bay of Bengal. It's a remote island, roughly 23 square miles, 59.7 square kilometers, covered in dense forest and surrounded by coral reefs. Unlike other islands in the region, this one is completely untouched by the outside world. Surrounded by treacherous reefs and thick jungle, North Sentinel Island has remained untouched for thousands of years. Unlike its neighboring islands, where civilization has grown, this land remains frozen in time. But the real reason no one dares to step foot here is because of the people who call it home. The Sentinelese are believed to be one of the last uncontacted indigenous groups on Earth. Experts estimate their population to be between 50 to 200 individuals. They live in small huts, hunt with handmade tools, and survive completely off the land. These people have lived in total isolation for thousands of years. In 1974, a research team tried to offer gifts, but was driven away. Even aerial footage from helicopters has captured individuals aiming arrows at approaching aircraft. Throughout history, every attempt to approach North Sentinel Island has been met with hostility. Whether it's small boats, aircraft, or explorers, the Sentinelese have made it clear: outsiders are not welcome. Due to their isolation, they have no immunity to modern illnesses. Even a simple cold could be devastating to their entire population. Contact with the outside world could lead to irreversible damage. One of the biggest concerns is that exposure to modern illnesses could wipe out the entire Sentinelese population. Even something as minor as the flu, something we easily recover from, could have deadly consequences for them. One of the most famous incident and attempt to reach the island happened when two fishermen accidentally drifted too close to the island. Their boat was found wrecked, but they were never seen again. This eerie incident remains a chilling reminder of how truly isolated the Sentinelese are. Despite efforts to recover the fishermen, authorities were unable to retrieve them due to the tribe's extreme resistance. When rescue teams tried to recover the fishermen, their helicopter was met with arrows. Even advanced aircraft are not safe from the tribe's defenses. Their precision with handmade weapons is something modern researchers still struggle to understand. The Indian government has now permanently banned travel to the island. A 5-kilometer exclusion zone has been put in place to prevent accidental visits. Anyone who tries risks not only their own safety, but also the survival of the Sentinelese people themselves. While the rest of the world advances with technology, communication, and exploration, North Sentinel Island remains a land frozen in time. It is a mystery we may never solve. And perhaps some mysteries are best left undisturbed. What do you think about North Sentinel Island? Should we respect their isolation, or should efforts be made to learn more about them? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more incredible stories from around the world. Hidden deep in the Nevada desert lies one of the most secretive places on Earth, Area 51. Surrounded by barbed wire fences, armed guards, and motion detectors, this location has been locked away from the public for decades. But why? What makes this base so restricted? And what could be hiding inside that the world isn't allowed to see? Today, we dive into the mystery of Area 51 and the shocking reasons why it remains completely off-limits to civilians. Area 51 is located 83 miles, 134 kilometers north of Las Vegas, Nevada. The base is part of the Groom Lake facility, a highly classified U.S. Air Force site. It is surrounded by mountains, desert terrain, and vast stretches of restricted airspace. Armed security forces, motion sensors, and surveillance cameras monitor the area 24/7. Signs warn against trespassing, with severe legal consequences for unauthorized access. Even satellites have difficulty capturing clear images of the facility due to government restrictions. With security this intense, it's clear that something highly classified is taking place inside. But what exactly is so secret that no one is allowed to get close? Area 51 is known for developing top-secret military aircraft and experimental technology. Historical projects include U-2 spy plane, a high-altitude reconnaissance aircraft, A-12 Oxcart, a fast stealth aircraft, F-1-17 Nighthawk, a stealth fighter designed to avoid radar detection. While declassified documents confirm past projects, current operations remain undisclosed. Speculation suggests the base could be testing next-generation stealth technology, high-speed aircraft and drones, advanced surveillance equipment. With cutting-edge technology being developed, it's no surprise that Area 51 is one of the most secure places on the planet. But some believe there's more to this secrecy than just aircraft testing. Over the years, locals and visitors near Rachel, Nevada have reported seeing bright lights moving erratically in the sky. Silent, fast-moving aircraft with no visible engines, objects that disappear instantly. Some former workers have hinted at highly advanced technology inside the base. Theories suggest reverse engineering unknown aircraft and classified propulsion research. For decades, rumors have swirled about strange aerial activity over Area 51. Could this be classified military tech? Or is there something even more mysterious happening behind closed doors? The base is protected under the U.S. government's highest security clearances. Surrounding airspace is restricted, meaning even military pilots must have special clearance. Unauthorized drones or aircraft entering the zone are immediately intercepted. The U.S. government acknowledged Area 51's existence in 2013, but details remain secret. Official statements say the base supports military research, but the specifics are unknown. Even though the U.S. government has admitted that Area 51 exists, what happens inside is still one of the biggest secrets in modern history. The official reason is to protect national security and sensitive military projects. However, the intense secrecy has fueled speculation for decades. Whether it's cutting-edge technology, classified aerospace projects, or something more mysterious, Area 51 remains a locked vault of secrets. So, what do you think? Is Area 51 just a top-secret military base, or is there something even more extraordinary happening behind those fences? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more incredible mysteries from around the world. Have you ever wondered what would happen if a global catastrophe wiped out our food sources? Hidden deep inside a remote mountain on an Arctic island, the Svalbard Global Seed Vault, often called the Doomsday Vault, serves as humanity's ultimate backup plan. But here's the mystery. Why is this vault off-limits to visitors? Why are regular people and even most scientists not allowed inside? In this video, we uncover the secrets of the Svalbard Global Seed Vault and why access is so tightly restricted. The Svalbard Global Seed Vault isn't just any building, it's a fortress. Located on Spitsbergen Island, part of Norway's Svalbard archipelago, this vault is built into the side of a mountain and reinforced with thick steel doors. To get anywhere near it, you'd have to go through multiple layers of security. Why? Because the seeds stored inside are the last line of defense against agricultural collapse. If anything happens to major crops around the world, these seeds could be used to restore them. The facility is controlled by the Norwegian government, along with the Crop Trust and the Nordic Genetic Resource Center. This means only authorized personnel and researchers are allowed access. Tourists? Not a chance. Another major reason the vault is off-limits is its location in the Arctic Circle. The climate is extreme, with temperatures dropping as low as -40 degrees Celsius in the winter. The area around the vault is covered in ice and snow year-round, making it incredibly dangerous for visitors who aren't trained for these conditions. And let's not forget about the wildlife. Svalbard is home to polar bears, and they're not exactly welcoming to unexpected guests. Even if you manage to get close to the vault, you'd need specialized gear just to survive the freezing temperatures. It's not a place you can casually visit like a museum. The seeds inside the Doomsday Vault are priceless. They come from over 1,700 gene banks across the world, representing nearly every plant species used in agriculture. One of the biggest threats to these seeds? Human contamination. Every time someone enters the vault, they bring in moisture, bacteria, and other pollutants that could damage the precious seeds. Even minor fluctuations in temperature, humidity, or exposure to light could destroy them. That's why access is extremely limited, and only a handful of scientists are ever allowed inside for maintenance or depositing new seed samples. The fewer people who enter, the lower the risk of contamination. Unlike other storage facilities, the Svalbard Global Seed Vault is designed to function without constant human intervention. It's built 130 meters, 430 feet inside a mountain, where it stays naturally cold. Even if power were to fail, the permafrost helps keep the seeds frozen. The vault's structure is meant to last for centuries, even surviving disasters like earthquakes, nuclear threats, and climate changes. Since the whole point is to preserve seeds for future generations, the less interference from people, the better. One common misconception is that the Doomsday Vault is actively used for growing plants or distributing seeds on a daily basis. That's not the case. This is not a research lab or a working seed bank. It's strictly a backup storage facility. The seeds are only retrieved in the event of a major global crisis where local seed banks have been destroyed. For example, in 2015, scientists in the Middle East had to withdraw seeds after war devastated one of their seed banks. It was a real-life example of why this vault exists. But on a normal day, no one is in there working, sorting seeds, or taking care of plants. It's a silent, frozen archive, waiting for the day it's truly needed. One of the reasons the Svalbard Global Seed Vault fascinates people is its secrecy. The fact that very few people are allowed inside only adds to the sense of mystery. There are even wild conspiracy theories about what's really inside. Some people believe it holds more than just seeds, maybe secret government data or DNA samples. Others think it's a backup for human survival in case of a major catastrophe. And some just wonder why Norway, of all places, was chosen to guard the future of agriculture. While these theories are fun to explore, the real reason for its strict security is much simpler: protecting our planet's food supply. The vault isn't meant to be a tourist attraction. It's a lifeline for future generations. Instead of visiting, we can all play a role in preserving biodiversity by supporting seed-saving programs, sustainable agriculture, and conservation efforts. That way, we ensure the Doomsday Vault remains a last resort, rather than a necessity. Do you think the vault should be more open to the public? Or is it best kept sealed away for emergencies only? Let me know in the comments. Often called the Island of No Return, this abandoned island in Italy's Venetian lagoon has a dark history that has led the government to completely ban public access. But what exactly happened here? And why is it so dangerous that no one is allowed to step foot on its shores? Poveglia Island is located just south of Venice, Italy, in the Venetian lagoon. At first glance, it might seem like a beautiful, overgrown piece of land surrounded by the calm waters of the Adriatic Sea. But beneath its peaceful exterior lies a terrifying past. This small island has been completely abandoned for decades. The Italian government has strictly prohibited visits, and boats are not allowed to dock here. Even local fishermen avoid the island, claiming the waters around it are cursed. But what really happened on Poveglia that caused it to be abandoned? Let's break it down. Poveglia Island is located just south of Venice, Italy, in the Venetian lagoon. At first glance, it might seem like a beautiful, overgrown piece of land surrounded by the calm waters of the Adriatic Sea. But beneath its peaceful exterior lies a terrifying past. This small island has been completely abandoned for decades. The Italian government has strictly prohibited visits, and boats are not allowed to dock here. Even local fishermen avoid the island, claiming the waters around it are cursed. Poveglia has been a place of horror for hundreds of years. It has witnessed war, disease, and unspeakable suffering. Here's why it's known as one of the most cursed places in the world. In the 18th century, Venice was hit by multiple outbreaks of the plague, one of the deadliest diseases in human history. The city's response? They sent infected people to Poveglia. Anyone showing signs of illness was ripped from their homes, thrown onto boats, and shipped to the island. There, they were left to suffer and die. Once they passed, their bodies were burned in massive bonfires to stop the disease from spreading. It is believed that over 160,000 people died on Poveglia, and the island's soil is literally mixed with human ash from all the bodies that were burned. To this day, people say the island carries an unshakable energy of pain and death. As if that wasn't disturbing enough, Poveglia's history gets even worse. In the early 1900s, the island was used as a psychiatric hospital. Patients who were sent there were already suffering from mental illness, but instead of receiving care, many were reportedly tortured and experimented on. According to local legends, a mad doctor ran the asylum and performed horrific procedures on his patients. Some claim he performed unethical lobotomies using crude tools like hammers and drills. But here's where it gets even creepier. People say the doctor eventually went insane himself. He was reportedly driven mad by the spirits of the plague victims and his tortured patients. Some say he jumped from the island's bell tower, while others believe he was pushed by something unseen. To this day, the old bell tower still stands, and many believe it's the center of the island's paranormal activity. Given its horrific history, it's no surprise that Poveglia Island is completely off limits. But why exactly has the Italian government made it illegal to visit? The island's abandoned buildings, including the old asylum and the bell tower, are in a state of decay. The walls are crumbling, the floors are weak, and it's extremely dangerous for anyone to walk inside. Many people believe Poveglia Island is one of the most haunted places in the world. Visitors who have illegally stepped foot on the island report hearing whispers, screams, and cries echoing through the ruins. Some claim to have seen shadowy figures, while others have felt an unexplainable sense of dread and sadness. Even paranormal investigators who have visited say the energy of the island is overwhelming. The stories are so chilling that the Italian government decided it's better to leave Poveglia untouched. Even though the island is just a short boat ride from Venice, trying to visit is against the law. The Italian government has made it illegal to dock on the island, and anyone caught trespassing can face serious fines or legal action. They have even attempted to auction off the island multiple times, but no one wants to buy it. Many believe the island is cursed, and no amount of money is worth the risk. The Italian government has no plans to open Poveglia Island to the public. They know that its history is too dark, its buildings too dangerous, and its reputation too terrifying. For now, Poveglia remains an unreachable, abandoned island, where the ghosts of the past are said to roam free. So, what do you think? Would you ever step foot on Poveglia Island if you had the chance? Or do you believe that some places are better left untouched? Let me know in the comments below. Next on the list is considered as one of the most secretive and restricted places on Earth, a place so classified that it doesn't officially exist on most maps. I'm talking about Mezhgorye, Russia's mysterious hidden city. This secret town, located deep in the Ural Mountains, is completely off-limits to outsiders, surrounded by heavily armed security and protected by Russia's strictest military laws. But what exactly is going on inside? And what makes it one of the most forbidden locations in the world? Mezhgorye is a highly classified town located in the Republic of Bashkortostan, deep in the Ural Mountains of Russia. Unlike other cities, Mezhgorye is completely closed off to the public. Only authorized personnel can enter, and no one is allowed to visit. Even though it's considered an official town, regular civilians cannot move there, visit, or even get close without special clearance from the Russian government. Since the Russian government keeps tight control over Mezhgorye, its true purpose remains unknown. Many believe Mezhgorye is actually a secret military installation used for strategic defense projects. Some experts say it could be home to advanced weapons development, missile systems, or nuclear research. The town is said to be closely connected to Mount Yamantau, a massive underground facility rumored to be one of Russia's most fortified bunkers. One of the most widely believed theories is that Mezhgorye is the entrance to an enormous underground bunker system, possibly built during the Cold War. According to reports, this bunker could be large enough to house thousands of people in case of a global crisis, including high-ranking officials, military personnel, and important government leaders. Many believe this underground complex could serve as Russia's emergency command center in case of a major global conflict. Some researchers suggest that Mezhgorye could be a storage site for food, medical supplies, and essential resources, meant to sustain the Russian government and military in case of an emergency. Given the strategic location in the Ural Mountains, this would be an ideal place to hide critical supplies away from enemy threats. Another theory is that Mezhgorye is home to secret scientific experiments and classified technology development. Some believe Russia could be using this isolated city to conduct top-secret research on advanced weaponry, artificial intelligence, and other classified projects. The city is completely sealed off from the outside world, and only authorized personnel are permitted to enter. Armed guards patrol the perimeter 24/7. The area is heavily guarded by Russia's elite security forces to ensure no one gets close. Satellite images show restricted zones. Even though Mezhgorye isn't officially marked on most maps, satellite images confirm restricted zones around the city. No public transportation leads to Mezhgorye. Unlike normal towns, there are no civilian roads, train stations, or commercial flights leading to this area. Anyone who tries to approach without government approval faces serious consequences, including arrest. Mezhgorye remains one of the most mysterious and forbidden places in the world. Given how tightly controlled and highly classified Mezhgorye is, it's unlikely that the Russian government will ever allow outsiders to visit. Even if we never get to see what's inside, one thing is certain: Mezhgorye remains one of the most mysterious and forbidden places in the world. So, what do you think is really happening inside Mezhgorye? Is it a secret military base, a nuclear bunker, or something even more mysterious? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you're still watching, then buckle up because we're about to dive deeper into one of the most mysterious and restricted places on Earth. A place so secretive that only a handful of people have ever gained access. I'm talking about the Vatican Secret Archives, a highly classified and heavily guarded collection of historical documents hidden deep within Vatican City. For centuries, the Catholic Church has kept these ancient records under lock and key, leading to countless conspiracy theories. What's inside? Lost religious texts? Hidden prophecies? Proof of extraterrestrial life? Suppressed history that could change what we know about the world? The Vatican Secret Archives, now officially called the Vatican Apostolic Archives, are one of the most restricted collections of documents in the world. Located inside Vatican City, these archives contain centuries of classified records, including correspondence from popes, historical agreements, religious manuscripts, and more. The archives are said to hold over 50 miles of shelves, filled with ancient texts and undisclosed files dating back to the 8th century. But here's the catch: the general public is not allowed inside. Unlike regular libraries or museums where historians can freely study historical records, the Vatican tightly controls access to these archives. Only a small group of carefully selected scholars can enter, and even then, they are only allowed to see specific documents, not the entire collection. This extreme level of secrecy has fueled endless speculation about what the Vatican might be hiding from the world. While no one knows everything that's inside, here are some confirmed and rumored documents stored in the archives. The trial records of the Knights Templar. The archives contain classified documents related to the Knights Templar, the medieval order of warrior monks that was suddenly disbanded in the 1300s. Many believe the Knights Templar were accused of false crimes and executed to seize their massive wealth. The Vatican's secret records may hold evidence that could rewrite their history. The letter from Mary, Queen of Scots. Another famous document is a letter from Mary, Queen of Scots, written just before her execution in 1587. She wrote directly to Pope Sixtus V, pleading for help, but the Vatican did not intervene. Some believe the full contents of the letter could reveal hidden political alliances that shaped European history. The Doctrine of Discovery. One of the most controversial documents reportedly in the archives is the Doctrine of Discovery, a decree issued in the 15th century that justified the European colonization of the Americas. Some historians believe that if this document were fully released, it could spark major debates about colonial history and land rights. Lost books of the Bible. One of the biggest conspiracy theories about the Vatican's secret archives is that they contain lost religious texts that were removed from the Bible. There are many ancient writings, such as the Gospel of Judas and the Gospel of Mary Magdalene, that were not included in the official Bible. Could the Vatican be hiding other lost books that could change Christianity forever? One of the wildest theories is that the Vatican holds evidence of extraterrestrial life. Some believe the Catholic Church has documents or artifacts that suggest the existence of intelligent life beyond Earth, but they are keeping it secret to avoid public panic. While there's no direct proof of this, the Vatican has shown a deep interest in astronomy, and some believe they know more than they're revealing. Why does the Vatican refuse to allow full public access to these records? Many of the documents in the archives contain highly sensitive information about political events, church scandals, and controversial religious decisions. If these records were made public, they could challenge historical narratives, expose hidden truths, or cause major debates. The Vatican claims that some documents are too complex or controversial for the general public. They argue that misinterpretation of historical texts could lead to misinformation, false accusations, or unnecessary controversy. Many of the Vatican's records are extremely fragile, dating back over 1,000 years. If thousands of people were allowed access, these priceless manuscripts could be damaged beyond repair. By keeping the archives restricted, the Vatican ensures that these records are preserved for future generations. While the Vatican has released some documents in recent years, the majority of the archives remain completely off-limits. So, what do you think is really hidden inside the Vatican's secret archives? Are they protecting lost religious texts, secret knowledge, or something even more mysterious? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Next on our list is Snake Island, also known as Ilha da Queimada Grande, is located off the coast of Brazil. This island is home to thousands of deadly vipers, making it one of the most dangerous places in the world. But what's even more terrifying is that these snakes are not just any ordinary snakes. They are one of the most venomous species on the planet. Snake Island is a tiny island located about 90 miles, 145 kilometers, off the coast of São Paulo, Brazil. At first glance, it looks like a tropical paradise. Lush green forests, rocky cliffs, and surrounded by the beautiful Atlantic Ocean. But don't be fooled. This is one of the deadliest places on Earth. Why? Because this island is infested with thousands of venomous snakes, specifically the golden lancehead viper. This snake is so dangerous that one bite can kill a human in less than an hour. And guess what? There are so many snakes on this island that some researchers estimate there's one snake for every square meter of land. That means you're never more than a few feet away from a deadly viper at any given moment. Snake Island is one of the few places on Earth where humans are completely banned. The Brazilian government strictly prohibits visitors, and only a few scientists and military personnel are ever allowed to step foot on the island. But why is it forbidden? The golden lancehead viper is one of the most venomous snakes in the world. Its venom is so powerful that it can melt human flesh, cause internal bleeding and lead to kidney failure, brain hemorrhaging, and death. Since there's no hospital nearby, if someone gets bitten, there's almost no chance of survival before help arrives. Imagine stepping onto an island where there's a deadly snake every few feet. That's the reality of Snake Island. Researchers believe that there are between 2,000 and 4,000 golden lancehead vipers living there. With such a high concentration of venomous snakes, even experienced explorers wouldn't stand a chance of surviving without extreme caution. Believe it or not, despite their terrifying reputation, these snakes are endangered. Since they only exist on this one island, the Brazilian government wants to protect them from illegal hunting and smuggling. Some people try to steal these snakes and sell them on the black market for huge amounts of money because their venom is used in medical research. By banning human visitors, authorities are helping to protect this rare species from extinction. Snake Island wasn't always this way. There are two main theories on how did it end up being one of the deadliest places on Earth. First, climate change and rising sea levels. Thousands of years ago, Snake Island was connected to the mainland. But as sea levels rose, the island became separated, trapping the snakes there with no natural predators. Since the snakes had no competition, their population exploded. Second, evolution made the snakes more venomous. Over time, the golden lancehead vipers evolved to become even deadlier. Since there were no small mammals to hunt, the snakes had to adapt to catching birds. To do this, their venom became stronger and faster acting, so they could kill birds instantly before they flew away. Right now, Snake Island is completely off limits, and it's likely to stay that way for a long time. There are only a few exceptions. First, scientists studying the snakes. Second, the Brazilian Navy for maintenance of the lighthouse. And last, documentary crews with special government permits. Now I want to hear from you. Would you ever dare to visit Snake Island if given the chance? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Our next location is one surrounded by a dark mystery, a location that is heavily guarded and off-limits to the public. I'm talking about Bohemian Grove, a highly exclusive private club in the United States that only the most powerful and influential people in the world can enter. Why is this place so restricted? What happens inside? And why has it been the center of conspiracy theories and speculation for decades? Bohemian Grove is a private 2,700-acre forest retreat located in Monte Rio, California. It is owned by the Bohemian Club, a highly exclusive organization made up of some of the most powerful men in the world. We're talking about top politicians, billionaires, corporate leaders, military officials, and media moguls. Every year, for about 2 weeks in July, these elites gather in total secrecy, away from the public eye. The biggest question is, what really happens inside Bohemian Grove? Unlike a typical private club, Bohemian Grove is completely closed off to outsiders. Bohemian Grove is by invitation only, and the guest list is highly secretive. Ned has said that past and current US presidents, world leaders, banking executives, and tech billionaires have all attended. The club's motto is, "Weaving spiders come not here," which means business deals and politics are not supposed to be discussed inside. But many believe that major global decisions are secretly made within these private meetings. Bohemian Grove has 24/7 security, motion sensors, armed guards, and restricted airspace. No journalists, cameras, or unauthorized visitors are allowed inside. Anyone who tries to sneak in is immediately removed and could face serious consequences. One of the biggest reasons Bohemian Grove is so controversial is because of its bizarre ceremonies and secret rituals. The most famous of these is the cremation of care ceremony, where members dress in robes and gather around a 40-foot stone owl statue. During the ceremony, they burn a symbolic figure representing stress and responsibility, as a way to let loose before their private gatherings. Many believe this is more than just a ritual. Some claim it's part of a hidden agenda involving secret societies, elite power structures, and ancient traditions. Even though members claim that no business or politics are discussed, leaked reports suggest that major global decisions have been made at Bohemian Grove. For example, it is rumored that the development of the atomic bomb was first planned at one of these gatherings in the 1940s. With so many world leaders attending, it's hard to believe that they aren't discussing important political and economic matters in secret. Since the public is completely banned from entering, many theories have emerged about what really goes on inside Bohemian Grove. Some believe that Bohemian Grove is where the world's most powerful figures meet to discuss global events, financial markets, and future policies. Because of its elite membership, strange rituals, and secrecy, many believe Bohemian Grove is connected to other secretive organizations. Some speculate that it has ties to globalist agendas, powerful financial groups, and ancient traditions that have shaped world history. The cremation of care ritual and the large stone owl have led some to believe that Bohemian Grove has occult connections. Owls are often seen as symbols of wisdom, secrecy, and hidden knowledge, which has fueled speculation that Bohemian Grove serves a deeper, mysterious purpose. Many believe that while members claim Bohemian Grove is just for relaxation, it is actually a meeting place where backroom deals and secret alliances are formed. So, why is Bohemian Grove so heavily guarded? Why is it impossible for outsiders to visit? Bohemian Grove is not a public space. It is private property owned by the Bohemian Club, and they have the legal right to restrict entry. Because of the high-profile individuals who attend, extreme security measures are in place to protect their privacy. Bohemian Grove has existed for over 150 years, and its members claim it is simply a place for relaxation, networking, and artistic expression. However, the mysterious rituals and secretive nature of the club have led many to believe there is more to the story. So, what do you think about Bohemian Grove? Is it just a harmless private retreat for the wealthy? Or is something far more mysterious and powerful happening behind closed doors? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. The Lascaux Caves, a prehistoric wonder hidden in France, containing some of the oldest and most stunning cave paintings ever discovered. But here's the shocking part. This priceless historical site has been completely sealed off from the public. Why? What's inside? And why can't modern humans step foot in this cave? The Lascaux Caves are a network of underground caverns located in southwestern France, near the village of Montignac. Discovered in 1940 by a group of teenagers, these caves contain over 600 prehistoric paintings and thousands of engravings, created by our ancient ancestors more than 17,000 years ago during the Paleolithic era. These artworks depict majestic animals like bison, deer, horses, and even extinct creatures, giving us a rare glimpse into the lives and beliefs of early humans. Because of their cultural and historical significance, the Lascaux Caves are often called the Sistine Chapel of Prehistory. But despite their beauty and importance, these caves are strictly off-limits to visitors. Unlike other famous caves, such as the Altamira Cave in Spain, Lascaux has been completely sealed off. Here's why. 1. The paintings are extremely fragile. The Lascaux cave paintings have survived for thousands of years in a perfectly balanced environment, a world without modern air, bacteria, or pollution. But when humans started visiting the caves in the mid-20th century, a disaster happened. The heat, humidity, and carbon dioxide from visitors' breath began to damage the paintings at an alarming rate. Fungi and bacteria started growing on the walls, threatening to destroy the irreplaceable artwork. To stop further damage, the caves were completely closed to the public in 1963, and they remain off-limits to this day. 2. The spread of deadly mold. In the 2000s, scientists discovered a new threat to the caves: aggressive fungal growth. These molds, caused by microbes introduced by human visitors, began eating away at the paintings, leaving white patches and damaging the ancient pigments. Despite years of conservation efforts, the mold problem still exists today, making it too dangerous for humans to enter. The risk of permanent destruction. The Lascaux Caves are a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and experts agree that if humans were allowed to visit, the damage would be irreversible. Even small changes in temperature, light, or humidity could erase the paintings forever. To prevent total destruction, the caves remain completely off-limits, and only a tiny team of scientists is allowed to enter for research and preservation. Even though we can't visit the real caves, we still know a lot about what's inside. Here are some of the most incredible discoveries hidden within Lascaux 1. The Great Hall of the Bulls. This is the largest and most breathtaking chamber in the caves, filled with enormous paintings of bulls, horses, and stags. One of the bulls is over 17 feet, 5 meters long, making it one of the largest prehistoric paintings in the world. 2. The Shaft Scene. A mysterious human figure. One of the most mysterious images in the cave is a rare depiction of a human figure, something incredibly unusual for prehistoric art. The painting shows a man with a bird-like head lying next to a wounded bison. Some believe this could be a shamanic vision, a hunting accident, or even an early form of storytelling. 3. Hidden symbols and secret code. Many of the paintings include strange dots, lines, and abstract symbols that scientists still don't fully understand. Some experts believe these symbols could be early forms of writing, lunar calendars, or even spiritual markings. Even though we can't visit the real caves, there are ways to experience the magic of Lascaux. In 2016, a high-tech museum called Lascaux the Fourth opened, offering visitors a virtual reality tour of the cave. With 3D technology, interactive exhibits, and digital reconstructions, visitors can now experience the cave without harming the original paintings. While many people would love to see these stunning prehistoric paintings in person, the risk of permanent damage is simply too great. For now, the best way to preserve this ancient treasure is by keeping it sealed off and allowing scientists to study it under controlled conditions. Even though we can't enter the real cave, replicas and virtual tours allow us to experience its beauty while protecting it for future generations. What is the Coca-Cola Vault? Inside the World of Coca-Cola Museum in Atlanta, Georgia, there's a heavily guarded vault that is said to contain the original handwritten Coca-Cola recipe. The vault isn't just for show. This is a high-security chamber with restricted access, motion sensors, and round-the-clock surveillance. Only a select few Coca-Cola executives know the full recipe, and even they aren't allowed to travel together, just in case something happens to them. But why go to such extreme lengths to protect a simple beverage formula? The answer lies in the incredible value and secrecy of the Coca-Cola brand. There are two main reasons why the Coca-Cola recipe is one of the most protected trade secrets in the world. 1. The formula is worth billions. Coca-Cola is not just a drink, it's a global empire worth over $250 billion. The secret recipe is the core of its success, making it one of the most valuable business secrets ever created. If the recipe were ever leaked or copied, Coca-Cola's unique taste and branding could be seriously threatened by competitors. 2. The mystery creates hype. The secrecy around Coca-Cola's formula is actually a brilliant marketing strategy. By making the recipe seem like a legendary, untouchable secret, Coca-Cola has created a sense of exclusivity and curiosity that keeps people talking. Think about it. The less people know, the more they want to find out. But what exactly is in the Coca-Cola recipe? And is it really that secret? While the full recipe remains a mystery, some ingredients are well known. Coca-Cola contains carbonated water, sugar or high-fructose corn syrup, caffeine, phosphoric acid, caramel coloring, natural flavors. But here's where things get interesting. The most mysterious ingredient is something called Merchandise 7X. What is Merchandise 7X? Merchandise 7X is the super secret blend of essential oils and spices that give Coca-Cola its unique taste. Only a handful of people in the world supposedly know the exact mix of orange oil, lemon oil, nutmeg, cinnamon, coriander, and other undisclosed ingredients. This unique combination is what makes Coca-Cola impossible to perfectly replicate. But could the recipe have even more hidden secrets? Because the recipe is so secret, there are tons of theories, myths, and rumors about what Coca-Cola really contains. Here are some of the most interesting ones. Did Coca-Cola originally contain a controversial ingredient? It's widely believed that the original 1886 Coca-Cola formula contained a small amount of an ingredient from the coca plant. Yes, the same plant used in certain medical products. However, Coca-Cola insists that they removed this ingredient in the early 20th century, and that today's formula contains only a non-active coca leaf extract. Could the recipe be fake? Some people believe that the recipe inside the Coca-Cola vault is not the real one, that it's actually a decoy to keep the public distracted. Over the years, there have been multiple claims that the Coca-Cola recipe has been discovered, but Coca-Cola has always denied them. In 2011, a newspaper published what they believed was the original Coca-Cola recipe from an old pharmacist's notebook. But Coca-Cola dismissed it, saying the real formula is still a closely guarded secret. So, is it possible that the secret has already been exposed, but we just don't know it? Many people wonder, if the Coca-Cola vault is real, why can't anyone enter it? Here's why. 1. Extreme security measures. The Coca-Cola vault has biometric scanners, motion sensors, 24/7 security monitoring, no public access. Even employees of Coca-Cola can't access the recipe. It's strictly off limits to almost everyone. 2. Fear of industrial espionage. Coca-Cola's biggest competitor, Pepsi, would love to get their hands on the exact formula. 3. Protecting the Coca-Cola brand. Keeping the recipe hidden and mysterious is part of what makes Coca-Cola so legendary. This is why Coca-Cola will never reveal its full secret, no matter what. Now I want to hear from you. Do you think the Coca-Cola recipe is really inside the vault? Or could it all be a marketing trick? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into one of the world's most protected secrets, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more content on mysteries, secret places, and hidden truths. Until next time, stay curious, stay safe, and keep exploring the unknown.